us. 50 cal, rockets, didn't do a thing.
I have seen this cutscene so many damn times.
Wasted, Sarge.
And
We will be too if we don't get the
don't
hell out of
here.
You hit Marine.
No, sir.
Then listen up. The chief is gonna jump in this tank.
Roll across this bridge and blow up any inhuman son of a bitch.
Dumb enough to get between him and the
Fuck.
Pull yourself
My throat's all
together,
destroyed. I
'cause
can't do
you're going
it.
with it.
What about that Scarab?
We
But
don't
anyway,
run the
yeah.
simulations.
You can do the other ones too. If God is love, then you can call me Cupid. I think
Yes,
that one's
sir,
the better
Sergeant.
one, but
Thanks
that's
for
the
the
legendary thing, and I'm
He
not
never
doing
gets
it
me
on
anything.
legendary.
Oh, I know what the ladies like.
Why'd they fuck up Johnson's teeth? What's up with that? Yeah, whatever. I wish my other two Marines stuck with me. That would be pretty cool. I actually, in the original game, used to always take the Warthog because I was weird.
I'm here. We can go.
Because the tank's so much better. The Halo 2 tank's probably the best version of the tank. The Halo 1 tank's good, but the firing delay is way too long, and the machine gun is fucking useless in Halo 1. The machine gun's only vaguely useful in multiplayer. Yeah, the city... I don't like the way the fucking sky looks in the new one. It's all dusty and stuff, but... like, you got that classic cover art, and yeah, the background is clearly just a fucking JPEG, but it's a JPEG here too. You can see the aliasing on it. But it's like, A, the city looks completely different. And B, like, it's on fire. It's under siege. Shit is fucked. And they just added a new city to the background, even though that's not where we came from. Like, the bulwark looked more like it was made out of concrete. You know? Also, this is just the Halo Reach tank, which kind of annoys the hell out of me. Yeah, it's one of those things where the models are just, like, the same one. I could go without some of the additions to this level that they put in.
Now,
Look, what's
take
that
me
over there? That's not even a thing that exists. The water level is a lot higher in the old one, too. And, like, the ship had the reflection of the fire on it. And it's like, the ship looks completely different, too. It's, like, not even close to being the same shape. I remember there was some fun stuff you could do on this level in the PC version, especially with the fucking trainer I had. I had the thing where I made the vehicles fly, so the ghosts would come flying down the bridge like they were banshees, which was kind of fun. Yeah, and the Covenant vehicles more easily explode after they reach a certain damage point. They don't do that in the modern games, which is a bit of a shame. I always thought that was a cool idea, like the fucking components in them are inherently unstable.
Alright, now we're good.
So if you want to get them as like a UNSC character, you have to not blow them the fuck up.
Alright, I'm out of here. You got a problem, man.
Are the Marines not here yet? There's supposed to be 2 Marines that join you up the bridge. Where are they? I forget where they hop on. It's supposed to be at like the midway point. Because there's supposed to be another one with a rocket launcher. Oh, shut up.
Down, will ya?
Whoa. You can blow those up. Well, you can blow up the guns and vehicles on them. Yeah, it's here. There he is. And fuck you. There you go. Fuck you. There's another one if I remember correctly. It's weird how they go super fast and then all of a sudden decide that they're not gonna keep accelerating. I guess the idea is that if they're gonna be making a drop, they need to not be going a bajillion miles an hour. Or maybe they just want to take pot shots at me across the bridge. I like how the final level of ODST is pretty similar to this, although it's not as good. It was fun when I played it when it came out, but it just gets tedious super fast. It's a lot more fun if you're playing with 4 people, though. I did the fucking Mongoose run to the original thing, except I did it on a fucking my original account, which I've long since lost access to, which is another thing that annoys the hell out of me. My original Xbox 360 account. It was not my original Xbox Live account, because I had one on the original Xbox that that vanished a bajillion years ago. I have no idea where that went. But my original one for the 360, the email address that I used because I was a little, well, not toddler, but I was small. I was, you know, however much. I was using my dad's email address, and he used a business email address because he didn't understand. Like, oh, you're making a Microsoft thing, whatever. But it was the business address for his old firm, and that firm doesn't exist anymore, so neither does the email address, which means no more accessing of that account. And I had a bunch of pre-order DLC stuff on it, a bunch of old 360 games that you can't get anymore. So, like, I'm more upset at the loss of that content than the account itself. Like, I don't care about the gamer score. That account had so little actual gamer score on it because I sucked at video games when I was a kid. It's like, I don't care about that. What I care about is the money that went into that, especially when I started to end up using my own money later on. It's like, it bothers me a little bit, I'll say that much.
That's quite a welcome party.
And the thing is, it still exists on Xbox Live, because if you go to search by fucking gamertag, you can still pull up the old profile. But I talked to some Microsoft people, and they're like, they could probably go into their files and manually just reset the fucking password and email address to something different. They're like, they're not going to do that because I don't have any proof that I'm the one it belongs to, despite the fact that it has my name and old home address listed in the fucking information for the account. Because that was back in the day when you made a Microsoft account, you had to include all your fucking, like, home info and your, like, home phone number. And it was very old school, like, subscription servicey. Like, you remember there was a similar thing if you bought Final Fantasy XI when that came out on the, I mean, Final Fantasy XI was on the PS2, but I played the 360 version. That was $60 a month, back when people thought they could charge that for subscription services. You get fucking like laughed out of fucking the industry if you tried to charge $60 a month for a fucking MMO nowadays. I think WoW still gets away with like 25 or whatever, but it's World of Warcraft, and that's gonna be around till the sun burns out. So, wow, that recording is way darker than the screen is. I wonder if that's just my television. Yeah, that machine gun is so much better than the one in fucking Halo 1. Probably because it's not firing to the ends of the screen when I fucking pull the trigger. The Halo 1 machine gun is so inaccurate on the Scorpion, it's almost unusable. It's only good for shooting at vehicles, and that's it. If the whole point of the machine gun is to be a suppressing fire weapon. Why are there no Marines on the back of that? That's weird. I'm not gonna bother finagling the fucking Warthog and shit in there. It's completely Okay,
Strike
man.
quarters on the other side, sir. Use this.
Sure. Got any spare ammo for that? Yeah, it's the old pylon. I like the old pylon. Yeah, all you fucks get over here.
We'll bring up the rear, sir.
Damn!
Cool.
This thing's gonna get lost.
I don't know what people say. The fucking Halo 2 shotgun's still pretty sick. It's just not sick for the same reason. It fires a lot faster. The range is shit. And didn't they have the ammo? You have to be way fucking closer to use it, but it's still pretty solid in terms of its damage output.
Alright, move on through.
Didn't I have another one of you? I had another rocket guy. Did he die?
Bueno.
I appreciate that she will go punch that jackal in the back of the head. Something that annoys the hell out of me is the fact that these jackals will spawn infinitely until you get in the fucking warthog. I really don't like that. Hey, Stacker, calm the fuck down.
Use you on the gun, Chief.
No, you're getting in the gun. I'm driving the warthog. But yeah, it always bothered me that until you get in the warthog, those jackals spawn pretty much infinitely. And those guys will just fight them pretty much forever. One of you get in, preferably the one with the rocket launcher. Fine, that's also acceptable. This feels like it's turning a lot less proactively.
Watch yourself!
There's a giant soccer ball in this level. I have the achievement in the thing for getting it. I don't remember if there was an achievement in the original game. I know there's an achievement in the original game for getting the Scarab gun. And yes, I am talking about the PC version. The PC version has achievements. Achievements you can actually still unlock despite games for Windows Live not existing anymore. You can still sign in to your Xbox Live account and get achievements if you don't have them already. You just can't get the multiplayer achievements, if I remember correctly. Though there may still be a way to do that. I have most of the multiplayer achievements in the PC version anyway. I told you, I played a lot of the fucking PC version of Halo 2. Because it had mods and a server browser. But, you know, and matchmaking. And DLC maps that you didn't get in the fucking Xbox version. There were a lot of cool maps in the PC version. Like Backwash. Although, I don't know if I ever played a single multiplayer match on Backwash. Maybe like once. It didn't come up very often. Because I think matchmaking was still set to the fucking Xbox maps. So I don't know if the fucking PC exclusive or DLC maps would ever show up in it.
We'll need to help them deal with that Scarab.
But I do remember playing some of those custom like maps in the fucking like custom games and the server browser. So that was fun.
Sir, Corporal Perez, A Company. CP's this way.
Okay.
The lieutenant got hit as soon as we dropped in.
Who's in charge now, Corporal?
Vadim's most recent and damaging blow to the UNSC was the fall of Reach. Oni has still not been able to fully determine how Vadim located the planet.
There was a
Once
sensor
again, he
buoy
caught
that
us
one of the
completely
fucking
by
ships left
surprise when his
behind.
forces arrived in orbit and on the ground.
I think that might be Key's fault.
Vadim is responsible for over 1 billion total casualties and the loss of at least 7 human planets. His forces have defeated all UNSC
Is Sargassio
counterattacks
on
at the
here?
cost of 123 fleet
Fucking
vessels and
Daisy
over
should have gotten
23,000
more play in
personnel.
this series. She was cool. She got killed by a fucking
And now with
needler.
Reach lost, Oni and UNSC strategic AI report a 0% confidence that the Navy can stop Vadim through traditional means. In the opinion of this investigator, Vadim is the most dangerous Covenant military asset on the field. It's common knowledge that the Covenant have a significant technological advantage over the UNSC, but are sometimes inflexible in their tactics. This is not the case for Vadim. We cannot predict what he'll do next, but given time, we fear he will dismantle all remaining UNSC strongholds. This agent's recommendation: immediate termination.
Fucking
If
weren't that
humanity
easy,
wants to
dude.
survive this war,
We'll just go
we
ahead and
cannot
off
do
the
it with
fucking
Vadim on the
top of the fleet of particular justice. I mean, to be fair, the Covenant kind of handles this problem for us rather spectacularly. It's almost like
Thanks,
Truth
man.
and the rest of the
He's up
prophets are
top.
fucking stupid.
Come on, I'll show you.
And are only thinking in the short term.
Shit,
I mean,
that's the new armor.
they're leading a big crusade against humanity because the fucking foreigners mentioned us by name in one of their documents once. And the Covenant were like, oh shit, fuck, I gotta cover this up. There's no actual reason why humanity needs to die. Yeah, look at the monocular. Oh yeah, sorry. Hey. Look at those guys. I like the Halo 2 Scarab. It looks kind of fun. It actually makes more sense the way it moves than the Halo 3 Scarab, because the Halo 3 Scarab legs aren't long enough for it to properly maneuver anywhere. Also, that thing always breaks this fucking turret and or kills that guy.
Time to kill us a Scarab.
Also, yeah, this is what I was talking about. The saw in fucking, what is it? Halo 4 is just the turret from Halo 3, or not Halo 3, from Halo 2 with a drum magazine attached to it. So I'm not going to give 343 credit on making that, because they just recycled an old weapon into a new one. In the CMT version of Halo 1, you get to use those as a hand-mounted thing. It's basically just, what is it, an FG-42? The original version in this game has a pretty similar profile. Alright, let's see. Can't help but notice there's not a whole lot of ammo here. There's normally a lot more than this. But yeah, it looks a lot like a FG-42. I kind of missed my spot for jumping on while it's moving.
Look out!
I was kind of hoping I'd get a chance to... How did you do that, Marine?
You can't go any further this way. You have it
Well,
trapped.
sick. Yeah, you come help me. Come on. Huh.
Careful, Chief. That elite was an ultra, and those pilots are no pushovers either.
You know, the normal version of this cutscene is an in-game cutscene and lets you fucking see what weapon the Master Chief's holding. And if he's holding an energy sword, it looks stupid because he rests it on his shoulder, blade and all. I can understand why they changed it to a pre-rendered one, well, because obviously the blur cutscenes have to. Also, a reminder that the blur cutscenes are just being played over in-game footage because there are no pre-rendered cutscenes in Halo 2.
Request permission to engage.
Negative, Commander.
These are just videos that are being played over the original game.
Bam!
What?
Slip space rupture off the target's bow. It's going to jump inside the city.
There's no time, sir.
Green light. Green light to engage.
Look at all those
Punch it.
greebles.
Get us close.
So it's way more close in the fucking anniversary version. It's like, it's not nearly
We are
as
not
bad
losing that ship.
in the fucking original. Like, they make it look like it's so close. It's like, no, they fucking, it's super, they just go up right next to it. It's easy. Also, buy New Mombasa. And the Rookie. And a bunch of other things.